guys, welcome to this week's video. So today I decided why not film a video on how I edit my YouTube videos. I get so many questions on how I do it, and a lot of people like how I edit, even though it's not like anything crazy. But I have a lot of tips and tricks that I feel like a lot of other YouTubers don't share in their videos, and I found some like cute little hacks and like just cute stuff to like download to like make your videos just like pop and different and not use the same things that are always just, you know, used on the software, which they're great, but there's a lot of things you can download and just make your video your own, which is really cool, and your own style. So I decided, why not tell you what I do so you guys can also do it if you want to. Some stuff might be a little confusing because it was confusing at first, but I think it's cool. I use Final Cut Pro and I love it, even though it's a bit expensive. Like, it's $300. I heard though that there's like a student program, so you can get it for like $100 cheaper, which is really good. If you are deciding to like buy it or anything like that, you should definitely check it out. I think it's a really good investment because especially if you're like into like video editing and like making your own videos, YouTube videos, whatever it is, there's like everything on there. Like, there's so many things you can do, it's insane. So I love it so much. I think it's a great investment, and yeah, I'm just gonna be telling you what I do and how I make my videos kind of like me. I don't know. Yeah, let's get started. First off, what I do is I import every single clip that I have. So where are my clips? I'm literally editing this video while also telling you what I do, so you get the real deal here. So we're gonna import all these clips, and what I first like to do, okay, so here's a list on like everything I'm gonna be talking about in the video, and I'll also put it like wherever I'm talking so you guys know exactly what I'm doing all the time. Okay, so we're gonna bring the clips to the board, and what I like to first do is like a rough cut. So I literally just go through and see what I need and what I like, and like parts where I'm like just like stuttering or like not talking well, or just clips that are like a little too long and excessive that I don't even need, because sometimes I'm like on the camera, I'm just talking about random stuff that doesn't even make sense to the video, so I just like cut that all out because I'm like, what am I doing, you know? After I rough cut and like what I see and everything, I go into transitions. So for transitions, there are literally so many transitions that are available on Final Cut. My favorite ones that are not like that you don't download are it's the push one, I'm pretty sure. Actually, the ones I mainly use are downloaded, so that's a little thing. I like push, and I like speed it up a little bit, and then add, also with all my transitions I always add like a sound, so it's not just like a random little thing. I kind of like how it goes together and makes it look really cool. I got, for my videos, I don't know if you can tell, but I like putting the camera click sound in my vlogs or in my videos in general whenever I'm going from a different location. That's how I also do transitions, so it's not like after every little thing I'm saying I'm putting a freaking transition. That's too much. I do it usually when I'm like in a different location, in a different area. I do a little, you could do a push and add little sound effects. There's like a billion sound effects available on here. It's crazy. You can also download them like I do. But the transitions that I have, so I have these LumaFade transitions. Oh, let me turn that off. Okay, LumaFade transitions. They're so cool. There's literally so many different things. Like, it's crazy what you can do with these. I love them. Whenever I travel, I like making little travel diaries and putting them on my YouTube channel. So I make them really, you know, nice and cinematic and everything. So I kind of use those for like transitions on there. Some of my custom ones are like the pan down, pan left, right, a zoom in. Like, I really got inspired by, what's his name? By Sam Colder. He's on Instagram and YouTube. His videos I've been watching for years. They're just so perfect. Like, I don't understand how he does it. His transitions are insane, and I literally want to film like him one day. Like, it's crazy what he does. But some of these transitions are what he uses in his videos, and I literally, like, it's so weird, but I watch YouTube videos where they're talking about like video hacks or things you can download and everything. So I downloaded this pack from these YouTubers, Ryan Nagel, I think that's his name, and then King Tuts Pro. They literally talk about like the coolest things you can do with Final Cut Pro, and it's crazy if you literally just like search up a video on YouTube. Ryan Nagel. His videos are insane. Like, I love how he edits. He teaches, like, he basically has tutorials on how to like make your movies or your videos look like this or whatever. It's really cool. I used to watch him forever. He hasn't posted in a minute. You can either buy it from him. They're like really cheap. It comes in a huge pack full of like a bunch of transitions, or some of them are actually free on his website. You can check it out yourself and figure out what you want. But I use his, and then sometimes I go to King Tut's Pro and use a bunch, like learn how to do like cool things on his channel. Like, it's crazy. I usually don't put it in my vlogs. Sometimes I do, like the cool stuff, but in my travel diaries, you'll see it there. But my favorites are these twitches. I love that effect that a camera gives. So this is the ones I use. So if I were to like say put it right here, and then I zoom in so I can have like a better idea of what I'm gonna do. And then the sound I use underneath is, it's this like camera shutter noise, and I put it underneath, so whenever, and then let me lower this, actually I don't need that much, and then I just put it underneath, and it literally sounds like so when it goes to the next frame, it sounds like a camera shuttering, so it's, you know. Okay, next up is text. I use a lot of text in my videos. It's kind of crazy. So whenever, how I use text is basically, I go into the text browser, the T, and then I do basic title, just double click that, and then I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller. So like sometimes what I do is to like make it quote unquote funny, I guess, is repeat what I'm saying but in quotations sometimes. I don't know, it's weird. Or sometimes I like type out what I'm saying in the clip, or like do an edited version of what I think of what I said. I don't know if any of that makes sense to you, but that's what I kind of do. So I'm like quoting myself, or I like repeat what somebody says and highlight it so people can understand what they said in the video, if that makes sense. Like, it's a vlog, sometimes people can't hear it, you know, it's like that. But what I really like, so say I'm gonna write quarantine, I don't know, I kind of like quarantine, I kind of like just using lowercase or either all uppercase. Helvecta, I don't really know what the heck that says, but I use bold. I used to use bold oblique, now I like bold. So we're gonna make it a little big, kind of like how the white looks. Sometimes I go down, scroll down and hit drop shadow, and then I like let the black come in, so I'm gonna move the distance a little bit so you can see it, and the opacity so you could see it a little bit more so it's not gray. And I kind of like how that looks, and I just leave it on there. First I downloaded, there's like two things I do. So first, either I go down to Glitch, I downloaded it, it's all off of freaking Ryan Nagel. Is that his name? I'm just gonna say Ryan. It's all off of Ryan's. So where did it go? It's called Glitch 03 on here, and it literally makes it like a really cool like glitch effect for your titles. I use it in a lot of my videos. Another thing I like to do is bad TV on my text. So for example, the text will look like it's coming in and coming out. So I like highlight the parts, cut up little 2 sections on both the beginning and the end of it, and I take bad TV and I'm just gonna like place it on the last ends, if that makes sense. So when I'm playing it back, it looks like it just has the effect to like move a little away, so it's not just there, you know what I mean? Like sometimes when I don't want to do the black or the black drop shadow, I like going into face and changing it into a color. So suppose, because like how the video looks, there's a lot of orange in it, I'm gonna do an orange, I guess. So we're gonna go a light orange as the font, as the face, and then for the drop shadow I'll do like a darker orange, or maybe even a red. I think that's it for fonts. It's pretty much the basics. Let's go into effects. So for effects, I really like to make the vlog or my video a little bit interesting and not just me talking all the time, because even I get bored with that sometimes. I'm like, why am I talking so much? To make it like fun and a little bit interesting or whatever, I like doing like cropped in shots. So like if something funny happened or if I'm like doing something stupid, I like crop it in sometimes. So you go into the little tool over here, and I sometimes might have a transform tool or crop tool, so you hit crop and then you hit crop again, and then you just basically move it to wherever you want and then hit done, and it's like zoomed in. So it's kind of look. But then the one thing I really like doing is how sometimes like Emma Chamberlain uses it. So like I think Emma Chamberlain is known for everything, but it's where like the video might be like moving a little bit. Like say we have that, I'm gonna start at the beginning of the section where I cropped it, so the starting of the part where I want to move. So I'm gonna hit this little diamond button up here, and then I'm gonna play it, pause it wherever I want to pause it, move it again, pause it again, like do like minimum 2 seconds, not even 0.2 seconds maybe. And then we're gonna bring it up again and leave it like that. So when I go back, we're gonna hit done, and then we're gonna go back to the beginning. So it's kind of that moving little thing. It doesn't really show because I'm moving my whole camera in this, but that's the effect. Yeah. Okay, now on to music. So music really matters in your videos. So to make it really interesting, if you're doing a lookbook, if you're doing just like montage shots, if you're doing talking, sometimes talking a lot in the videos, like it depends on what video you're kind of filming, but I really like using background music in it, or just when I'm doing montages, I'll list a bunch on the screen on music that I use and I really like. Depending on copyright though, so it really depends, because sometimes it changes. It's so stupid. YouTube's copyright is literally retarded. You will get demonetized if you use a copyrighted song, basically. I think everybody knows that, but just be careful. Okay, so the last thing I have that I do to make my YouTube video, I just realized I was supposed to actually edit the YouTube video while making this video, so I might have to do that after, but is color grading. So color grading is a huge thing. I used to do it a lot before actually. So like my 2016 videos, you would see like a lot of different color grading, and then I just stopped and I liked how the natural look looked. But then I recently just got back into it because it does make a whole effect. Like it changes the game. So what I do is I downloaded this adjustment layer, which you can also get on Ryan's page. I'm pretty sure that's where I got it, but you could probably search it up somewhere, find like an adjustment layer. This basically is like a title, but you can add whatever you want on the adjustment layer, so you don't have to do it to each individual clip, because that takes just a long time. So we're just gonna drag it, say, to like this part. I do it usually to the whole video. Sometimes I have to change it due to the lighting, but I can crop it out and then do it like that. But what I like to do is I have a preset that I save, so I don't have to keep coming back and forth and making my own thing. So I go onto the effects tab and I hit all, and then I named it TikTok because it kind of reminds me of that TikTok filter on there. So I had TikTok purple look, and I drag it to the top, and it gives me this like nice purple look that I really like. And yeah, so like the before and after, like it just adds a lot, I feel like, and I really like the look. Okay, so you would take the color board, hit the little triangle up here, and just change it how you want. So adding the exposure, saturation, it all just like how much you want, just depends. And then you can go onto the color wheel and move around with the colors you want. I really like that purple bluish tone look because it kind of evens my skin tone out and doesn't give it like too much. So you kind of do that, and then yeah, that's like something like that. Those are like the different little things, I guess. But you kind of mess with it around, and then on top of that, I downloaded a thing called an mLut. So an mLut basically is like your color grading tool. It's what I use. It's like the big thing that most YouTubers use when they're editing like professional videos. if you see that blue look, or like that bluish green pink teal look, I guess, on some videos, it's most likely an mLut. I could be wrong, but it's most likely an mLut. And you can download a bunch of them for free online. There's a bunch of YouTube videos with links. You can check them out. I, of course, used Ryan's mLuts. They're really good. Some of them are free, some of them you can purchase, but I think it's a really good deal to purchase them if you're really interested in videography and, you know, doing all that. So on mine, it comes up as a custom LUT. So you basically drag it onto your adjustment layer, and then go to the effects tab up here, and you download. So like, it's a whole process on how to even download this onto your Final Cut. So there's a bunch of YouTube videos out there. Ryan probably has a YouTube video out there too. I'm really giving him a lot of promo here. But what I like to use is Chrome, and it gives me this like huge look. This is where I get washed out. So now I'm gonna like drag it and change it up a bit so it doesn't look like that, and then that's when I will use my color board and fix up the color, the exposure, so I'm not so like washed out or whatever. Like, I look sane, I look like a person, you know what I mean? But yeah, this actually is a really nice LUT. Like, this looks good. Oh my god, I might save this. I kind of like how this looks. Then once you're done with that, you can hit right here where it says save effect presets, and then title it whatever you want. So I'm gonna title this TikTok mLut look. I don't know, just whatever, and then hit save. Then you would go into your effects browser and then hit all, and then type up whatever your title was. So like mLut, I guess. And then my TikTok mLut look would come, and I just apply that to my adjustment layer. That's basically how I color grade. It's sometimes it's a lot to do. It's kind of crazy, but like, here's the before and after. Oh wait, that's the before of that. Let me show you the before and after of that. So it's like, it doesn't change it so much because I don't want to look like, you know, weird and all that, but it gives me a look. It gives it nice and professional. It makes it look nice and pretty, I guess. But yeah, that's pretty much that. I'm pretty much done with the video. I think that's basically all the main steps on how I edit, what I use, what kind of effects I do, the color grading, text, music, literally anything. Yeah, I hope you guys like this video. If you have any questions or anything like that, please be sure to comment down below. I'll always be here to help on that. Be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe down below if you're new here, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.
That's facts. Big blue bills in the bank, let's chat. I just hit a mail.